June 22nd of 2010, my son Sean was killed in a car accident, rear seat passenger in a vehicle. My son made two very bad decisions that day. First off, he got in a car with a person that he had told me no one would ride with this girl because she was such a bad driver. Hopped in the car with her, jumped in the back seat, none of them wore seatbelts that day. Sean loved to play soccer, loved to snowboard, hang out with his friends, play video games, everything a typical 17-year-old kid would love to do. One of my favorite photos is just this one here. Just love it. We were having a great day on the lake that day. Traveled all over. We've been to the East Coast, West Coast, South, traveled all over. Loved to travel with us. It was amazing. But again, a typical 17-year-old kid. This is nothing special. He's any one of you guys sitting in the audience. This is a picture that was taken May 8th, 2010. That's Sean on the left. That's his girlfriend Amanda in the center, and a common friend Tori. 45 days after this photo was taken, all three of these kids are going to die in the car crash. Sean was in the back seat, unbelted. Tori and Amanda were in the front seat, unbelted. Why? I don't know. I mean, we preach seatbelts from the time he first got out of his car seat. He always wore a seatbelt. About 5:30, we get a knock at the door. It was an officer from the Dane County Sheriff's Department to inform us that our son had been killed in a car crash. To this day, I'll never forget that. My neighbor across the street, probably 300 feet away, still remembers hearing my wife scream when she heard the news. This is an article from the State Journal and then from the Oregon Observer. You know, we all want to get our names in the paper, but this is not the way you want to do it. Tori was driving, traveling 78 miles an hour through a construction zone. They know this because she was passing cars, and they saw what happened. And for some reason, she veered to the right and clipped a construction cone, at which point she did the biggest mistake that most inexperienced drivers will do. She overcorrected to the left to get off the shoulder, but she did it at 78 miles an hour. Crossed the highway, down in the median, and spun in the median and came up airborne on the other side. The median's fairly deep, probably as high as this room is. At which point they struck that white Ford truck head on. Both girls died on impact. Car flipped up in the air and landed on its roof on the side of the road. Sean was in the back yet. We actually got a note from a woman in Fort Atkinson. She's a nurse. She was driving by, saw the accident, decided she had to help, get in there. Come to find out, the EMTs that had showed up at the accident scene were too big to get in the car. So she crawled in the car just to try to help and realized that he was alive, but he was dying. This was his final breaths, at which point she said, I stopped being a nurse and became a mom. Sean died of blunt force trauma to the top of his head, barely a mark on his body, and that's from flying around inside a vehicle unbelted. That's the importance of seatbelts. Seatbelts are designed to keep you in place in the vehicle. You can't control a vehicle if you're flying around inside the car. It's impossible. The truck driver went home that night. He survived a head-on crash on the interstate and went home because he was belted. And these are the obituaries of these three kids. My wife wrote my son's obituary, and I know it was not in her top 10,000 things to do, but she did a great job of it. None of these kids had a chance to go on. This was it. Tori, 16, had a chance to graduate from high school. Very smart young lady. She graduated after her sophomore year in high school, was already enrolled to go on. Very smart girl, lousy driver. As I said earlier, this is one that Sean told me nobody would ride with this girl because she was a bad driver. And yet he jumped in the back seat unbelted with this girl. Sean and Amanda never got the opportunity to graduate from high school. And everything that follows beyond that. Going to school, getting a car, getting a job, it's gone. This isn't a video game. There is no second chances. You've got to be able to speak up and say something. I think that day, had Sean said something, she would have slowed down. The statistics are out there. It's shown that if someone speaks up, the driver will slow down. And I'll tell you right now, if the person doesn't slow down and listen to you, they're not your friend. It's time to get out. Tell them you want out of the car. It can happen to anybody. It happens every day. It happens 6,000 times a year. We don't see it because the papers, I don't think, publicize it as much as they should. So in closing, I'd just like to thank you for your time. I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to tell you what can happen if you make bad decisions. Thank you very much. Good luck.